What is up, Syndicate Lounge? My name is Eric Warnock. I'm the 99-cent comedian. Hey, what's up? Let's give it up for Miss Stephanie Soul, as I like to refer to her as the songbird of the Syndicate Lounge. I've gone to a lot of training sessions in my life, and many times the trainers will have lists of fears that we humans have, like the top 10. Number 2 fear is death. The number 1 fear, public speaking. How many people do you suppose are lying in their caskets thinking, thank God I'm dead and not out there giving my eulogy? My first name is Eric. Now, you think that's not real a hard name to live with? When I introduce myself to people, hey, my name's Eric, how you doing? A lot of times they will hear Harry, Gary, Larry. Well, I've met Ericas in the past. I thought Ericas had it made because they got that hard in there, Erica. So I thought I was going to do that. So when I start going to clubs, I'll walk up to the lady and say, hey, babes, my name is Eric. I did it one night, this chick flinched. She goes, dang, dude, how about some anger management classes? She turned to her friend and said, issues. Another time I walked up to a group full of chicks. I said, hey, babes, my name is Eric. Come to find out, one of them was an RN. She gets up, runs behind me, and starts giving me the Heimlich maneuver. Yeah, this is classic comedy. I've been going to a psychologist for about the past 4 years, dealing with my childhood. You know, imagine that, a comedian with a rough childhood, as the rest of us have too. But I've had sleep issues for many years, and I asked him one time, I said, hey, doc, you got any suggestions about how I can sleep better? He goes, yeah, I do. He said, I think if you have a woman lying in bed next to you, that warm body, you're going to sleep a whole lot better. I said, well, doc, I've been trying to get myself into that situation for a long time. You got any suggestions? He said, yeah, I do. So he gave me a prescription. I stuck the prescription in my pocket and I walked out the door. Here's the prescription he gave me. So if there are any ladies out there who could either fill or overfill this prescription, let me know after the show, out in the dark, the very dark parking lot. You know, the thing about it, you get paid $175 a night under Obamacare, huh? Another interesting thing about it, though, is that apparently medical doctors are getting into it now. I went to my medical doctor the other day, and I was sitting in the waiting room. This young 20-something woman came out. She was a little nonplussed. And she would walk up to one of her friends sitting there. She goes, what's wrong? She goes, well, I asked my doctor for a birth control prescription. Friend said, yeah. She said, well, she reached into her purse. She said, this is a prescription he gave me for birth control. Oh, yeah. This is high comedy right here. I went to a party a couple of weeks ago, and I was checking out these 2 smoking hot chicks. One of them goes to the refrigerator, pulls out a beer, pops the top, takes a big slug, sets it down. Well, her equally smoking hot girlfriend walked over, picked up the beer, took a big slug, set it down. Well, they got up and left. So I walked over, and I picked up the beer, and I took a big slug, put it down. My buddy Nate said, Eric, that's dangerous. This is cold and flu season. And I said, well, that's as close I'll get to a menage a trois in my life. The last Thursday of 2015, there were a couple of young chicks sitting right over here where Nate and Steve were sitting. I went walking up to them after I did that joke. I said, hey babes, big time entertainer here, you know. 1, 2, 3, there's like 3 of us, you know. 1, 2, 3, huh? Well, one of them took the pen out of my hand, took the pad out of my hand. She gave me a very seductive look. And I was thinking, ooh, phone number's coming. She started writing down on the pad, M-E-N-A-G, space A, space N-A-H. So I looked at it, Menage, nah. Oh, Menage a nah. Well, you gotta try, you know. I went shooting pool a while back. You know, my age, when I say a while back, it could have been in 1975. When I went to shoot pool a while back, I was going to shoot some 9 balls, my buddy Greg, and took the tray of balls out, numbers 1 through 9. I couldn't find the rack, so I went back over to the counter. There was this very tall, young, voluptuous blonde, very large chestal area, low cut top. So I asked her, I said, I mentioned I can't find a rack. So she bent over behind the counter looking for a rack. She did a deep squat looking behind the counter for a rack. Well, as she was looking behind the counter for a rack, I was staring down at her rack. You know, I went over and saw Journey play July of 2014. And I saw Arnell Pineda singing, Don't Stop Believin'. Well, you know, I do karaoke, so I came back and said, you know, I'm going to try singing that song, Don't Stop Believin', at karaoke. Well, ain't too many men on the face of the earth who can hit them high notes. God, I was trying. Don't stop believing. Street white people up and down the boulevard. Halfway through that song, I had the most searing pain deep in my loins. And I was bent over in agony, trying to figure out what it was. It finally dawned on me. I had given myself an unintended self-inflicted vasectomy from hitting those high notes. Don't stop believing. Well, luckily the bartender saw what was going on. She ran to the back to the freezer, pulled out a bag of frozen peas, and I came to a 14-break measure on that song. She threw the bag of peas up to me. So they got that break going. Well, I'm sticking that bag of frozen peas down the front of my pants. I got through that song, and I was bent over in pain. It hurt so bad. I had tears trickling down my face, pain etched in my face because I'd given myself an unintended self-inflicted vasectomy from singing Don't Stop Believin'. But you know, I got to tell you, that bag of frozen peas, it sure made a vast difference on my pain level. I went to the store, grocery store recently, and as fate would have it, this happened on the dairy aisle. I was walking past this woman, I looked at her, low-cut top. She had the 3 Stooges tattooed on her chest, across here. Curly, Larry, and Moe. Well, I'm a comedian. I was drawn to that like a moth to light. I was walking across the aisle going, oh. Well, halfway across, I thought, Eric, you got to get hold of yourself, pal. This could be a setup like that Chris guy from To Catch a Predator. Might be to catch a comedian predator. So I backed off, but you know, having a woman like that would be like a dream come true for a comedian. Sometimes when I think about my alter ego blues man, Lippin' Joe Biscuit comes out. I was laying up in my bed with my baby one night. She looked at me, she said, "Lippin' Joe Biscuit?" And I said, "Yeah, baby." She goes, "Lippin' Joe, I know you sure do love my Three Stooges tattoo." I said, "That's right, baby. Your daddy, Lippin' Joe, sure do love that Three Stooges tattoo." But she said, "Lippin' Joe, you sure do show Curly a lot of attention." I said, "That's right, baby, because your daddy, Lippin' Joe, sure loves him some Curly." She said, "Lippin' Joe, why don't you ever show Mo any attention?" I said, "Baby, because your daddy, Lippin' Joe Biscuit, sure knows about Mo's anger issues, and he's afraid that one of these nights Mo might poke him in the nose, in the eyes." So, sometimes when I'm showing Curly attention, I like to do my Curly imitation. Drives her crazy. So, anyway, I want to thank you guys for being such a great audience. Always remember, it takes a genius audience to make a genius performance. My name is Eric Warnock, the 99 Cent Comedian. Thank you very much.